Hi guys, so today what I'm going to be making is ham and pea soup, or pea and ham, whichever way you want to do it. What I do, you can use any kind of ham that you like, but I will be moving on to the soup maker shortly, but I'm just going to prep the ham first. So this here I just got from Aldi, and you can see there, £4.72. It's quite a big joint. It'll do the soup, possibly sandwiches. We'll just see what happens, but I'm doing a few batches of soup, so I'll probably use it all for soup. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in a pan and I'm just going to boil the gammon just until it's cooked, and then we'll crack on with the soup maker. So this is it guys, it's in the water, and what I tend to do is just, like I say, simmer it away till it's cooked. Once it's cooked, you can cut any excess fat and things like that off. And also the water that it's in, I use that as a stock. So it's a really good stock. So yeah, so let's get this cooked. So guys, the gammon joint has been boiled, and I've sort of just pulled it, and basically just sort of pulled it with a fork, and it comes into these kind of strippy chunks, ideal for the soup. So what we're going to do is ham and pea. Now the soup maker doesn't cook meat, so whatever meat you put in has obviously got to be cooked prior, so that's why I've done that. So it's a very simple basic recipe. So we need 450 grams of frozen peas. It's 20 grams of fresh mint, or a tablespoon of mint sauce. Being a gardener, I'm really embarrassed because I've got no fresh mint here, but I am using the mint sauce, which just works just as well, to be honest. We've got our cooked ham and 2 small-ish potatoes, and then we've got a stock. So you want about 800 ml of vegetable stock, but as I said earlier, there's the ham stock from the water that I boiled the ham in, so I'll be using that as a stock. I'm making 2 batches of soup, so if I was making 1 batch, that would be enough. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to half that and still put a stock cube in, purely because I'm doing a batch of soup for me and a batch for my mum and dad. So yeah, so that's the stock from the ham there as well, so we'll have extra in there. So what I'm going to do now is weigh out the garden peas, and I'm going to peel the potatoes and cut them up into small chunks, and we'll get them put in the soup maker. So that's the peas weighed out, and it's £1 in weight. I work in ounces, to be honest. I don't work in grams, but it's 450 grams or £1 in weight. So I've chopped the potatoes up and to go in the soup maker. They don't want to be too big. I am blitzing it to a smooth consistency, but if you're using, as I've said in other videos as well, if you're leaving it chunky, then obviously cut your potatoes, your vegetables, whatever you're putting in, cut that to how you want it to be in the finished product. But yeah, so there's my potatoes cut, so we'll get putting all this in the soup maker now then. So I have done a demo on the soup maker before, so I'll put a link in the description to the leek and potato soup and the carrot and coriander if you want a full detailed kind of lowdown on the soup maker. But for this instance, I'm just going to kind of go through the basic settings. So we've got it all plugged in, it's flashing, it's working. So this is our mode. You've got your smooth, that's going to be 21 minutes, your chunky, which is 28 minutes, and mine does drinks and blends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the potatoes in, I'm going to put the peas in, and what I tend to do as well with the peas, with them being frozen, I tend to put the potatoes on the bottom, then the peas, because the peas sometimes stick to the metal and then sometimes stick to the bottom, which it's bizarre, but anyway, I do the potato first, then the peas, put a dollop of mint sauce in, and then my stock and my stock cube. And top it up if I need to, if I haven't got enough stock off the ham what I've boiled. So one thing I'm going to say is, because the ham is cooked already, it depends, again, it's all personal preference. So if you put your ham in now, it will be literally blitzed down into the consistency of the soup, because I'm going to select smooth. I like chunks of ham in it. So what I'm going to do is put my ham in at the end, and because the soup is hot, the soup kind of heats the ham back through, if that makes sense. So, and the ham is cooked anyway, so it's not raw. So yeah, so let's get cracking with this. So that's everything in there now, guys. It's the potatoes on the bottom, the peas are in, the mint is in, I've put a stock cube in, and I've put me water in. Obviously I did use a bit of the ham stock as well. So yeah, all we do now is literally put the lid on and press go. Again, if you want your ham in, don't forget it will get blitzed down to smooth consistency, but if you don't want your cooked ham blitzed down to smooth, put it in like me at the end. And that's it. Leave it for 21 minutes and we'll come back when it's done. 8 minutes to go. So guys, this is it. It'll just continue to beep until you lift the lid. Careful when you lift the lid because it does let off the steam like that. So I take the lid off and there we go. If my camera doesn't steam up. Pea soup minus the ham. So I'm going to put it in a bowl now, tip it out of here, put it in a bowl, Pyrex dish. I tend to wash this out straight away and dry it and everything for the next use, and then I'll add the ham into the soup. So guys, it's out of the soup maker now, into the bowl, and I've literally just put some of our cooked ham in. I'll stir it around, mix it around, and that's it. Done. Ham and pea soup with a touch of mint.